Again, my name is Tiffany Tarr. I'm the Vice President here of Sales at Distributor Central. And I'm really excited to have a friend of mine on today with us, Brandon from Southern Plus. Brandon has put together some ideas and some product segments for new ideas on things that you can be presenting to your customers that are really good matches for everything that's going on right now in the world and that are a little bit outside of PPE. So it's going to be ideas that that might be just new to your customers, ways that you can go back to your customers and present new product sets and new product ideas. And then at Distributor Central, I'm going to talk a little bit at the end after Brandon's done. We've created a really pretty new website template for you to use to take all the content and all the product sets that Brandon's going to present today and use it as a template, either as a standalone template, or you can use the product information and the graphic information that we've worked with them to put together on an existing website. So Brandon's going to talk to you about Southern Plus, their product line, ways that you can position those products to customers that need to hear about these types of products. And then I'm going to show you using technology how to take all of this content that he's going to talk about today and use technology to quickly and efficiently get these ideas over to your customers with using digital technology. So again, if anyone has questions as we're going through today's webinar, please use that chat functionality to send those questions in, and I'll be monitoring it and make sure we get everything answered either from both the Southern Plus side, also on the Distributor Central side. Brandon, are you ready to go? I know everyone can see your screen, but I'm really excited to hear some of the content that you've got today. And when you're ready, you can go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you. So you say you can see my screen currently, correct?
We can see your screen.
All right. Well, as Tiffany said, I'm Brandon Craig. I, too, am the Vice President of Sales at Southern Plus, and I'm assuming that there's, in the collection of people that are on this webinar today, there's probably many that may know little or nothing about Southern Plus, and there may be some that know a great deal. And hopefully, at the end of this presentation, we'll all be at a level playing field, and I hope to share with you kind of a deep dive of what Southern Plus brings to the market. I like to start with a slide like this so you can get a glimpse of the breadth of categories that we bring to market. It's not uncommon for distributors like yourselves to maybe think of us for one of these categories, or maybe think of us for two of these categories. But I want to challenge you all to think of us broader than that. I want you to think of us as outdoor, recreational, and leisure. And I think that's important for a number of reasons. First and foremost, it's because it applies to every soul on earth. We all do things in our leisure, many times recreationally and outdoors. So it applies to literally everyone. It gives it immediate universal appeal. But I think more importantly, it's where people's passion is. And if you put a logo on something that supports a person's passion, you connect the brand at their heart level. And I think that's what every brand would love to do. They don't always know that, and they don't always know how to do that, but I think you'll be in a better position to help them achieve that very objective after what we have to share with you. I would say right now, obviously, the world is focused on PPE and remaining safe through this crazy time that we've been navigating through. We too offer a PPE product, but that's not what this is going to be about today. I want to help you guys understand that there is life after this, and there are people that are starting to loosen the purse strings and do purchasing, and I want to tell you where those dollars are being spent. And I think we're really well positioned with our product mix to take advantage of that and to emphasize that. I would say right now it's not uncommon when things get back to normal for you to steer your client, or maybe your client to steer you towards a work level promotion. Naturally, that's where two businesses would collide, B2B. And if you were trying to get more business from somebody, I would think that you'd want them thinking of you while they work. So it would be logical to promote to them maybe on their desktop, or promote to them in their automobile, or maybe in their briefcase or purse, because those are the work zones, right? The problem with that is 85% of us view those as negative spaces. And if you put a logoed item in a negative space, you're actually getting desensitized to that, not drawn to it. And I'll give you a perfect example of that. I happen to have a coffee mug that sits on my desk and has probably for the better part of 5 years. And when I'm not traveling, and right now none of us are doing much of that, I'm usually drinking 2 or 3 cups of coffee out of that coffee mug. I haven't done the math, but I'm going to say somewhere around 10,000 times I've probably picked that mug up and taken a sip from it. And if I was away from my desk and you held a gun to my head and said, Brandon, tell me the logo on the side of your favorite coffee mug, I'd have to say, shoot me. And I was embarrassed by that at first, thinking I had Alzheimer's or something. But the reality is it's not because I haven't seen that logo 10,000 times, and you'd think I would remember that. The reality is I tune it out. It's noise because of where I'm using it. And I'll bet you all have very similar things in your negative space, if you will, that you have tuned out, that you might use on a regular basis, but you don't pay attention to the message on the side of that. I want you to be mindful of that. And I'll give you a contrary to that example. I've sat in a chair I did sit in a chair for every bit of 10 years while my kids grew up and played every sport known to man in high school and college ball. And became my favorite place. Like most doting parents, I spent most of my weekends on the sideline of a ball field somewhere here in the Atlanta area, which is where I reside. And I loved it. I had a passion for that. And I had a favorite chair. It was a plus size chair. I'm kind of a big guy. And on the back of that chair, it said Sony. I don't even remember where I got it. And it doesn't really matter to the story per se, but I think what does matter is today when I shop consumer electronics, 9 out of 10 times I come out of the store with a Sony item. And I never really understood that until I started trying to think of a heart level connection story of my own. And I said, there's my story. They supported me for 10 years doing what I truly love. And now I have an affinity for that brand, even subliminally. That's how powerful it can be. And I'll also challenge each one of you to come up with your own story of both that negative, maybe workplace type of item, as well as something that supports you doing what you truly love. And when you share that with a client, I think you're going to see the light bulb come on. They're going to say, oh my God, nobody has ever told me this before. And I think this makes perfect sense. They might even tell you that, maybe they've been spending money trying to achieve an objective or result that may never come. And so I think they'll truly appreciate a new perspective. And you can kind of bring it all home by showing them not necessarily the slide, but something that gives them a view of outdoor recreational and leisure products, and say, how many more eyes get to see these mobile billboards being used by people doing what they love versus something sitting on my desktop or something sitting in my car. And I think that'll bring it all home. And then you can discuss, if need be, the brand impressions and return on investment. And I think that'll make a great deal of sense to them. I also like to show a quick slide for those of you that don't know some of the services that we provide, some of the things that you look for. This is like a report card, if you will, the things you look for in a supplier partner. We've been doing this a very long time, and we've become quite good at what we do, and we get measured in this industry by customer service awards. We've been A+, 5-star rated. We're certainly a platinum supplier with Distributor Central, and we work really hard at that. We truly want to make sure that you have confidence that we're going to make you look good with your client. We have very low minimums. Most of our items are 36 or 50-piece minimums, which I think you'll find is lower than most in the industry. Kind of help you do some of those pesky smaller orders, but we also do very large ones equally well. Our pricing is very competitive, even after the tariffs that we've all gone through, and we do have some goods that we source from China, and we did get hit like everyone else with a 25% cost increase. But I will tell you that I don't think we increased a single price more than 10% this year. So we absorbed a great deal of that, trying to keep our prices sharp and in line, and I think you'll appreciate that. We can turn our products quickly. 5 to 7 days typically is what we turn products for and produce products in. But we do have 32 items that we can ship next day, or a 24-hour turn without a rush charge. And we're going to show you how you can locate those items and promote those things as well. I think our quality is outstanding. I don't think you'll find better product quality in our price points in the industry. I think we do color exceptionally well. Not only do we have a lot of colors in our line, but we have a lot of items in those colors, and that's really beneficial when you're doing program business, e-stores, and continuity gifting. We do those things exceptionally well. And we also provide online inventory and the tools that you're used to using, like Distributor Central and maybe Sage and maybe ESP. And we're one of maybe a handful. Very few suppliers are doing this today. So it might be that you also didn't even know that feature exists. And maybe Tiffany today can show you also how you can see some of those things. But much like that noise, you tune it out if the space is typically blank. But I can tell you this, when you're selling Southern Plus, that inventory is available for you to see online. So you know before you place an order or before you promote something that we've got it on the shelf. And then lastly, we've become known for our innovation as well. We've spent a great deal of time developing website tools as well. So we're thrilled to see that Distributor Central is joining and locking arms with us and doing some absolutely amazing things that can elevate your success and help you work smarter and quicker, because time is absolutely critical. We squander an awful lot of it in this industry. And she's going to show you how some of the things that I will tell you that I'd love to show each and every one of you that are not familiar with our technology tools, but that's not what this webinar is about. This is about Distributor Central's tools today, but I would love to reach out to you all individually, and any of you that would like to learn more about that from Southern Plus and how we can help you work smarter, I would love to do that. Let's talk about our individual categories. Our umbrellas are our heritage, really, and it's always been one of our leading categories. With nearly 30 different styles and a variety of colors, features, price points, and so forth, we still remain one of the premier umbrella suppliers in the industry, and we've been doing it longer than most. Our subcategories include micro, folding, fashion, safety, golf, beach umbrellas, and they even include one of my favorite things, and perhaps one of the best auto open and auto close folding styles in the industry, our AOC 48, as well as the lightest weight golf umbrella in the industry in our SQ 60. So those are just some call outs on specific umbrellas that are two of my favorite. We also have a current promo that you can access both on our site as well as Distributor Central site. That shows that you can get EQP across the board on all of our umbrellas right now. Our bags are perhaps our most robust and certainly diverse product category. It's probably also one of the biggest categories in our industry. Sometimes people say apparel is, sometimes they say bags are. They are mobile billboards that are very, very versatile. We utilize a wide variety of fabrics and design to create styles that range everything from basic, obviously, which would allow your art or your client's art and message to become the star, all the way to upscale, feature-rich styles that will elevate the brands that use them. With 225 or more styles and subcategories that include totes, backpacks, cinch sacks, sling packs, duffels, business briefs, messenger bags, insulated, crossbody, and wine carriers, we have something for virtually every application or function. I happen to have a couple of promos that I'm featuring here. This happens to be on the one that was shown on the prior slide. We call it our Sensational Tote, and it's an absolutely amazing price. It's a beautiful tote, and I think you'll find that to be a price that's absolutely unbeatable. If as people are moving outdoors, and lots of us are, and moving to the beach, we have a wonderful beach tote also at an unbelievably low price. And you can find this featured on our site in our beach collection as well as in Distributor Centrals, and they'll show you those as well. As far as coolers go, we offer over 40 or right at 40, I guess, different soft-sided or textile-based coolers. I say that because many people often ask for a hard-sided cooler from us, and it's not something that we do. If it's textile-based, we do that exceptionally well. Our cooler styles include lunch totes or lunch bags, insulated totes. I call them tubes and tubs. I'll explain that if need be, but also caddies, rolling coolers, and we have ones that'll carry everything from 3 cans all the way up to 48 cans of your favorite beverages. Now, I think that's pretty cool. And here's a current promo on a beach cooler. We don't show it here, but this beach cooler has a bonus. It actually comes with a picnic set for 4 with cups and utensils and plates. And it's got that clear front panel, and you can put everything from your sunglasses and sunscreen and towels and so forth, and separate food and product. It's a really great and an amazing price point on that particular item. We also have something, while we are an outdoor recreational leisure, we also are doing some things to help with still some PPE focus. And here's a promotional ad that we're We're doing for lunch in place, which might be something that people are going to start saying more and more of. That you've heard of shelter in place. Well, as people go back to lunch or go back to work, and certainly the areas of concern are going to be the common use areas, which will be the lunchroom or break room. And as people are sharing appliances and doing things, they could be putting themselves at risk in sharing the virus if any of them happen to have that. So we're going to propose that you offer this to your clients. How about providing a lunch cooler to your employee base, allowing them to eat in their offices and or their cubicles safely for a period of time. So you'll be able to use that ad as well. Chairs are certainly another great item for moving outdoors. We offer 12 unique styles from basic camp style type all the way up to premium loungers. We even have something that historically has been one of our top selling items we call our billboard lounger, which is item 105 for those of you that might be taking notes. And it's always been our top seller because it allows for the largest imprint area of any chair in the industry, both front and back. We do have a two-piece back, so we give you a 10 by 12 imprint area on the front and back of that chair. We call that our billboard lounger. All of our chairs are rated for 300 pounds, but we do have 3 premium loungers that'll hold 400 pounds. And one of those is featured on the screen. We call it our Chairman, and it's one of our most sought after samples in our line. It's, I think, one of the best chairs in the industry, if not the best chair. We also offer stadium cushions, stadium seats, a stadium chair for ultimate comfort in bleachers or stands, but we even include 2 folding tables in this category because we didn't think 2 products was worthy of having its own per se, but those have also been exceptionally well received. Here's a current ad that we're doing for chairs to get people thinking of outdoors. And ironically, even in our own neighborhood, we've seen that people are wanting to get outside and socialize, and we're seeing people bringing their folding chairs out in the cul-de-sacs and spreading them 6 feet apart and still being able to laugh and joke and, you know, play cornhole and do things like that. So don't discount the importance of having a nice folding chair, whether you're providing them for employees or customers. Blankets, they provide protection against not only temperature, also weather, as well as the ground. And we offer nearly 20 unique styles and fabrics. We have everything from basic fleece to luxurious Sherpa. We have something for every occasion and budget. Even 5 of our styles even include a one-color screen print. Not many blankets are able to be screen printed, but we have 5 styles that are, and that's built into the cost, which will omit the need for more costly embroidery. But the majority of our blankets are priced blank, pending art review and determining stitch counts and so forth like that. And here happens to be one of the current blanket promos we're doing. It's not too early to start talking to your clients about breast cancer awareness. The largest pool of funds that's spent in the cancer world, and certainly something that we're all near and dear to. Most of us have somebody in our life, or either ourselves or know somebody that's battling this terrible disease. So help your clients gain awareness. And this is one of the cooler blanket products that we have. This blanket actually has its own unique zippered case that is removable. It doesn't stay attached to the blanket. And I've even seen people use this pretty case as a laptop case. It works really nicely for that as well. But it has a blanket on the inside of that with a fleece liner, as well as a nylon shell that keeps that dew and wet grass off of you. So that's a wonderful price point for a great blanket. Ponchos are very important. With our acquisition of the Aquasheen brand last year, ponchos have become our fastest growing category. With 7 different styles available, both single-use and reusable, we literally have you covered no matter what the weather brings. So our best-selling AQ101, which I'll show you in just a moment, comes in 13 different colors, and it's the perfect weight. It's 4.5 milliliters, and it's priced. And the price is that price. It's, you know, and this, I'll actually show it to you here. This amazing price. We've got something for virtually any need that you have or budget. And again, keep in mind we have everything from that $1 to $1.50 throwaway single-use poncho all the way up to our heavy-duty downpour poncho. By the way, I should show that was a carryover product of the month. It was so successful in May, we carried it over into this month, so it's not too late to take advantage of that amazing price. Let's talk about aprons. We have 7 different styles of aprons, and it includes both what we call a bib style, which you see here, as well as a waist apron. And obviously the obvious uses for this, any kind of messy work, it doesn't really matter what kind of industry, just about everything has something where you want to protect your clothing. Food and beverage is certainly a huge user of that. Crafting, grilling, tailgating. Aprons have been phenomenally well received for all of those things. And don't forget uniform programs. Here's a current ad that we're utilizing that can feature all of our apron styles. Towels are also something that are very noteworthy. Not our largest category as far as number of styles that we offer, but the ones we do are very impactful. The 6 styles we offer include golf and rally towels. We also have fitness towels as well as beach towels. But these often become, and certainly over the last few years, have been some of our larger orders. Obviously for game day giveaways, as you see in the stands right here, you know, giving away 30 or 40,000 rally towels for a game or a tournament is not uncommon at all. Also working with fitness clubs, as many of us are trying to get back in the gyms as they open up to get rid of some of these COVID calories. Fitness clubs are a great place to promote fitness towels. And they're going to need to be extra vigilant in keeping their equipment clean and germ-free. So it's a great place. And some of those are very large chains, so they can result in some very nice orders. And then lastly, robes. Robes are one of those maybe forgotten things. It's something that I just cherish. I love my robe. We have 4 different styles, 4 different fabric types, depending upon what your needs are. Anything from a pool cover-up all the way to a luxurious spa-type robe. We do have it in only 2 colors. The majority of them are white, which is kind of standard for a kind of a commercial bathrobe. But we do have one of our styles, our Southern Plush style, which comes also in navy blue. And the obvious uses for this besides home, and as your employees remain at home, it's a great shelter-in-place type gift for your employees to make them more comfortable at home. But of course, hotels, there's very few hotels today of any caliber that don't have a bathrobe hanging in the closet. Those don't get there by accident, so you should be the one that supplies them, and we would love to help you with that. Spas as well. Again, we talked about fitness clubs. Many times just moving around the locker room and so forth gives you something to cover up with. And then, of course, they make wonderful holiday gifts. So those are digging in a little deeper to the categories that we offer, and might share with you some insight that you hadn't thought of before. And again, I do want you to think in a much broader sense. But let's talk about the outdoor market. I don't think any of us realize just how important and how giant this market really is. But this is some data that dates back a number of years. So I can tell you that the numbers, if I had updated numbers, would be even more staggering than this. But it's a $646 billion industry, the outdoor recreation spending each year. That's what we're spending as a country on outdoor recreation. And then 140 million people, more than half of us, make this a priority. These outdoor recreating is a priority in our daily lives. And just to give you some fun facts here, just to give you an idea of the kind of money, Americans spend nearly as much on snow sports, believe it or not, $53 billion, as they do on internet access, which is $54 billion. Both of those numbers would be larger, but they'd be in the same ratio, which absolutely blew my mind. Americans spend more on bicycling gear and trips, $81 billion, as they do on airplane tickets, which is only $51 billion. More Americans' jobs depend on trail sports, very unique, 68,000. Then there are lawyers, 728,200 in the United States. And the best news of all is the outdoor recreational economy grows even more during economic recessions. And guess what? That's exactly what we're in right now. So there's never been a better time for you to promote outdoor recreational promotions as more and more of us are flooding outdoors we've all been cooped up for the last couple of months and are dying for ways to recreate safely outdoors. So you need to be talking to your clients about how to utilize items like ours to promote their brands and to support their customers. This is how you can contact me as well as our company. If you want to screenshot that, we can certainly provide it also as a follow-up. And also, I want each one of you to be able to reach out to us to follow up from this. I will reach out to you, each and every one of you, and provide you with some added information on how you can connect with us and take advantage of some promotional opportunities. But at this point, I'd love to turn it over to Tiffany, who's going to absolutely blow your mind with some of the things that DC has done to help really showcase the importance of this market and how you can be successful with it using their tools. Tiffany?
Thanks so much, Brandon. Blow your mind might be a stretch, but we'll see what happens. I did just have a question about those lunch bags. I love those lunch bags, and they've just become so much more important, especially with takeout and people packing lunches, so they're not having to engage with additional people when they are out and about. On those lunch bags, do you have a full color print option? What are the decorations available?
I don't think I have any lunch kits that don't allow for full color imprint. Yes, we do.
So everything
all
does.
of them
Perfect.
do. We build in into all of our products a one color imprint because that's what's used more times than not. Usually when we get to 3 colors or more in a logo, we'll often switch to a heat transfer, and all of our products, certainly in our cooler category, you can use a heat transfer for that. So yes, we can do full color photorealistic imprint. Thank you.
Nice. Just as, one of the things that, I'm just seeing, the thing that you could still do during every shutdown, I think in most states, is play golf, sit outside.
Absolutely.
And these are products that could have been or are being used regardless of what's going on. People will still want to be outside. The weather is still very nice. Sports will come back. And so this is a good time to get in front of that as well. I know that in Kansas City, we're going back to baseball games, and I'm going back to sitting in a logoed lawn chair. And those are products that you can position right now to your customers that they can position to that end user that make a lot of sense, even in this situation.
Absolutely.
And one of the reasons why we do this is to give distributors an opportunity to hear some of the ways that suppliers differentiate themselves in the market. And I really appreciate you providing some of those statistics on what's happening outside and what Americans will spend on recreational items. So that's just really good content for distributors to be able to have and then position to their customers. And one of the reasons we do these webinars is so that our distributors can hear how suppliers differentiate that. And one of the things that we're just missing right now in the promotional products industry is that face-to-face touch and being able to hear these things either at a show or in an office visit. So I really appreciate you taking the time to do some of the things that traditionally happen in a show or an office visit, and do that digitally with our distributors today. I'm going to talk with everyone today. In just 1 second, you're going to be able to see my computer. So Southern Plus is a supplier that is listing products on Distributor Central, and they're doing that as an investment to you as a distributor. So everything that Brandon talked about today is being listed on Distributor Central, and we've been working with Southern Plus over the last week or so to take some of those product sets and those product ideas that he presented on items that you could be positioning to your customers now. And we put together a new website template. And if you've been listening into some of the webinars we've been doing since all of this started, we've been really working to create website templates that you can use as a standalone website or use the graphics to update an existing website. Everything that Distributor Central provides to you as a distributor, if you're on today's session, you're not familiar with what we do. This is all of this technology and this template and these graphics. These are all provided to you because Southern Plus has sponsored Distributor Central, and this is a free resource to you as a distributor. So at no cost, you could go in and create either a website, a full company website, or a company store, or a niche website, and use Distributor Central's technology to be able to generate that. This is the template that we've created based off of Brandon's presentation. This is featuring all of the products that he spoke about today, plus the rest of their amazing line. And we've broken it down into the segments that he spoke about today as well. So we've got those beach and resort products, comfy at home types of items, all of those great outdoor products that you could be positioning to your customers now. It's really easy to hear some of this really great content and then either forget about it or not know how to quickly and easily through a digital medium get that information over to your customer. So we've really worked hard with them to package all of this information so that you can easily, in just a few clicks, create or have fast turnaround products. And Brandon, you've got 32 items that are in that quick turnaround that you guys can get very quickly out to customers.
Yes. Not every customer goes to customer school and realize they got to give us lead time. So we've got items that'll satisfy them. Perfect.
So you can find those items in Distributor Central by searching for those lead times. So if you want to use the new website template that we put together, that will already be available to you in your Distributor Central account. If you want to update your existing website and build out some product collections that we've already put together for you and bundled up, you can also go to distributorcentral.com and you can go to our resource tab and then go to our graphics bundles. And we've taken each one of those graphics that we've put together and we've put them into a downloadable file where you can download them and put them in your image library and update an existing website or just use specific images and sliders on a website, maybe you're creating a company store or something like that. When you log into your Distributor Central account the next time, a couple of things that Brandon talked about today that I really like is being able to get products out in a timely manner. With everyone coming back to work, time and efficiency is going to become more and more important. And one of the things that as a distributor you can be doing with your Distributor Central account is creating product collections and product ideas that are pre-canned, if you will, that you can customize later. But Brandon talked a lot about those quick turns or those beach items or outdoor types of products. You can go into your Distributor Central account after you've heard some of that great information and build product sets and product collections and save those as a saved set. So the next time a customer calls you and says, hey, I need products fast. I need them tomorrow. We should have ordered these last week. Customers always do that. You can take all of those products that they've got in that 24-hour turn and build out a product set and create a customized list so that you don't have to remember what all those items are, and you can do it once and then use this over and over again to send over to customers. So what I did, as Brandon was talking, is I created a product collection I just called Get It Fast, and I started adding some of those items to this list. And all I did was, as he was showing some of those items, is I just found them on Distributor Central, and their entire product line is already listed on there and ready for you to go. Put those items in and added them down to my new collection, which is my Get It Fast collection. And now the next time a customer calls and says that they need to have a really quick product turn, I've already got that information put together. And I don't have to think about it, or I don't have to keep recreating this search over and over and over again. I can just take those items that I've already put together and I can email them over to my customer and customize the email and the quantities or the pricing information as needed. Another tool that you can use as soon as this webinar is over and it's already available to you in your account is that new product website template. And all you have to do to use that template is once you've logged into Distributor Central and you go to your website section in your hosting manager, that template will now be available to you. If you want to use it in as a completely brand new niche website, if you want to use it as a subdomain, so if you've already got a domain hosted on Distributor Central, we can help you create a subdomain that's outdoor or leisure type products. And all you have to do to use it, it's going to be the very first template that you see in your account now. It's like, use this template, upload your logo, and our team, if you need help with domain mapping, can help with that. And now you've got a website that's completely ready to go that you can send out via email or use on social media to market all of these products to those client segments that are going to be needing these products to continue to move forward in our current climate. Brandon did talk a lot about Southern Plus's technology. They've got really great technology, and we've integrated with them so that all of their inventory, so you never have to make a call or question whether or not products are in inventory. Anytime you log in and you look at their product data on Distributor Central, you will also be able to see the numbers of items that they have in stock per color even. So when you're looking at those products, and I'll just show you one out of this collection that I just created. I'm just going to open up one of these collections. So when I'm looking at any of those items, I can see every color that the product comes in and a really nice image on every single color that the item comes in. And I can also see their inventory levels here without having to do any additional work. I know that if I needed 1,000 lines, they've got 1,000 lines ready for me to go. So those are some of the ways that you can use the content that we talked about today to position to your customers, either through creating saved collections that you can email over to your customers and customize further, or you can use that website template to create a really lovely website where your customers can go and see items for the beach, items for outdoors, items that they can get in a quick turn. So that template's already available to you. Or if you wanted to update an existing website, or if you were going to be creating maybe an email blast, we have taken all of those images and all those sliders and those product collections, and we put them on Distributor Central's resource page that you can download all of those graphics and use them to promote Southern Plus's product line to your customers. If there's any questions that you have, please, again, feel free to use that chat functionality to send in those questions. Brandon, is there anything else that Southern Plus's website does that is just really unique to you as a supplier that distributors have more resources to? I know that you have really nice flyers on your website that are just really great for distributors to be able to download and use in a very easy way to market to customers.
Mm-hmm. We do. We've got a library of seasonal and themed flyers available to customize for your client, whether you want to use them on social media, whether you want to send them as an attachment in an email. We have those very easily. And most of those are also accessible through your DC tools as well. You guys do a great job of giving us a place to put our libraries of marketing materials in. There's a ton of things that our site can do. I would love to show in another webinar, anybody that's interested in seeing them. But what I like to tell people is, if you'll give me 20 or 30 minutes of your time and learn about these tools that you can use supporting Southern Plus, I'll get you back one full day each week for the rest of your promotional life in time. So we're talking about a significant time savings. And whether you use that extra day each week to fill your funnel with more customers and more opportunities, or whether you use it to go play golf or go lay on the beach, whatever, that's up to you. But I don't think there's any other supplier out there that's offering to get you one day each week back in time. So I'd love to have an opportunity in the future to show anyone that is not familiar with those tools how to utilize them.
Great, and they do, and Southern Plus is one of those suppliers that will just go really to the ends of the earth to help you market their product line to your customers and create whatever content. And they put a lot of that information on their website. All of it's on Distributor Central. There's a couple questions that I've got about the resource page. So if you just need more graphics on Beach Please and outdoor stuff, if you go to resources and then to this resource page, graphics for your website, you will see that graphics bundle that we've put together. Or you can log into your Distributor Central account, and this entire website is already put together. Product sets are segmented down and ready to go. All you'll do is use the website wizard to choose the template. It'll You can upload your logo, which will replace the logo here. It'll automatically pull in your main contact information. And we can also help you update your social share buttons so that you can use this to promote on your social media channels as well. I do have a couple of questions, Brandon, that are going to be a little bit outside of what I can answer. What about shipping to Canada?
We ship anywhere in the world. I mean, I would love to say we're not set up to do business in Canada the way people that have locations in Canada, so to speak. We don't have an FOB point that's inside of Canada per se, but we do an awful lot of business in Canada. We even have a Canadian price list available on our site that's downloadable and can travel with our digital catalog. So we do a good bit of business there and would love to do more.
Great. There's a couple of questions as well about creating virtual samples. Distributor Central does have a virtual sample tool available to you, and some of these products are already set with that virtual sample tool. Brandon, I know that you guys were really one of the first people to come out with a supplier website with that functionality as well. So you can also use Southern Plus as well to create samples for your customers too.
Right. Well, I think you guys have done an amazing job of doing that. And the advantage of your tool is you can use, the virtual tool on any product and any supplier's product that you support. And that's a great thing because, I'd love to say we're all things to all people. We are not. But if you're specifically working with Southern Plus items in a specific presentation or an opportunity, I don't think you'll get a better tool than what we offer on our site. But the fact that you guys can take that then to the next level and incorporate a similar tool with any and every product that they could offer through Distributor Central, that's game changing as well.
Yeah, so it's just another example of how technology and partnering with the supplier is just providing the best of both worlds to the distributor base and doing anything that either one of us can do to make sure that you're positioning yourself and these product lines to your customers to sell more items. Today's session was recorded, and I know Brandon is going to follow up via email. You'll also get a follow-up email from Distributor Central, and if you want to set up time to talk about either set of either with Southern Plus or with myself at Distributor Central, we can certainly set those times up and talk with you about projects you're working on in ways that either you can use the product information or technology to achieve those. Brandon, and I want to make sure I want to answer you to answer this. Do you have a line? There was a question. Do you have a USA line?
Made in USA?
Yes.
No, we do not. I think we might have one product remaining that's still made in USA, which I think is a beach towel, if I'm not mistaken. But we source the majority of our products overseas. With tariffs and all these other things, I'd love to see that pendulum swing back where we started doing more in country because people are willing to pay those prices. But we all know why things went offshore, and we are doing most of our business that way.
And there's a lot of questions from distributors about getting some time with you to talk with you a little bit about the products, and I know that you're always available to do that. And so we will follow up with everyone that had that question as well. I really appreciate everyone's time today. Go ahead, Brandon.
I was just going to say, I'll offer up too. I'll send as a follow-up to each attendee. I'll include something I've put together a list of, as obviously times have been terrible for most of us for the last couple of months, and people have stopped spending money and focused on their own personal safety and so forth. But there are industries and businesses that are booming during all of this shutdown period and maybe even capitalizing and taking advantage of it. So I would be happy to attach to that email that I follow up with each one of you a list of those industries and companies that are booming and doing well right now. So as you're looking for ways to find low-hanging fruit to create some opportunities for yourself, that'll give you a target-rich environment.
That is perfect, and that's just more resources. If you're on today's session and you're not familiar with Distributor Central, everything that we talked about today, everything from the website hosting to any of this level of technology, the website builder, the product sets, this is all available to you at absolutely no cost. If you have questions, you can always reach out to me. My name's Tiffany Tarr. So my email is ttar@distributorcentral.com, or out to our info line at info@distributorcentral.com. But this is all sponsored and provided to you by companies like Southern Plus that very much just believe in technology and they believe in being a resource to distributors. So I really appreciate everyone's time today. Brandon, I appreciate your time and your wealth of knowledge and all this follow-up content that you've got for these distributors.
Well, thank you, Tiffany. You've done great work.
Thanks so much. I'll leave the chat box open for a little bit longer if anyone has more questions. Feel free to send those in, and we will follow up with everyone that attended today. Thanks so much, everyone, for the time.